Ravi this side from Learn and Grow. So today we are going to discuss the booting process in RHEL. So before discussing the boot process in RHEL, we should know these basic terms: BIOS, MBR, grub2, kernel, systemd. What are these? So I will go step by step, and I will also explain you what each term mean. So then, what is a booting process? So booting process we can say is a set of operation that a computer perform when it is switched on, and the purpose of the booting process is to load the operating system. So when the operating system is loaded, we can work on our server. Okay, we start from the BIOS. So BIOS is also called basic input output. So what is the purpose of BIOS? BIOS perform post. What is this post? Post is power on self test. So as a part of post, the BIOS check that all your control devices and everything that is required to boot your server are properly attached. Means all the hardware like RAM and all other devices, control devices are properly attached to your server, so that I can proceed with further booting up. So if suppose your RAM is not there or some issues with your hardware, then BIOS will give you error. And what is a BIOS? BIOS is a software code. It is a code that is embedded in a chip. So whenever you power on your server, the BIOS program will start, which is a program that is embedded in a computer chip. So it will perform post. As a part of post, it will recognize that everything is okay, all the hardware, everything that is required for the booting of my server is okay. After that, BIOS will call the MBR. MBR is a master boot record. So whenever you boot your system, then it require MBR. So MBR you will get from master boot record, you will get from a hard disk or any CD or image file. So MBR is required. MBR is a 512 byte sector that is located in your hard disk, your bootable devices, what you have your bootable devices. MBR will be present into that. So BIOS first will perform power on self test, then it will know where the MBR is and it will load the MBR. So MBR is our master boot record, and MBR is present in the first sector of the disk of the bootable devices. And now BIOS will give the handover to the MBR. The purpose of BIOS is over. It has done the post and it has loaded the MBR. And MBR is a uh, 512 byte sector present in your bootable device. So MBR, from MBR, it will read the information about grub. What is grub? So when first step we will go sequence wise. BIOS is done, then post is done, then MBR will help in loading the grub. So MBR contain the information about the grub. What is grub? Grub is a bootloader. So the purpose of grub is to load the kernel into the memory. So it use the VM Linux kernel image file to load the kernel, and it also extract the content of init ramfs. Okay, I think little bit complicated. First, I will explain again what is grub. So grub is a bootloader that load the kernel into memory. The default, there can be many type of bootloader. We have grub, lilo, but the default bootloader program that RHEL use is grub. So grub stand for Grand Unified Bootloader, or in latest version we have grub 2. Earlier it was grub. So grub 2 replaced the older grub bootloader. Older grub was also called the legacy grub. So grub searches the compressed kernel image file called VM Linux, because it has to load the kernel image, so it should know where my VM Linux, the kernel image file, is located. So grub loaded the VM Linux kernel image file into memory and extract the content of init ramfs. What is this init ramfs? So init ramfs is a RAM file whose purpose is to preload the block device module such as ID, SCSI, RAID, so that root file system on which these modules normal result can then be accessed or mounted. So, so grub load the kernel image, then it see the content of init RAM RFS image file, extract the contents of init RMS file, and this init RAM RFS file preload the block device ID, SCSI or RAID from where my root file system can be mounted. Now the grub has given the control to the kernel. So what is kernel? Kernel we know is a central part in the most computer operating system. It is, it is do the management of system resources and communication between hardware and software system. So kernel is always stored on the memory until computer is turned off. So once the kernel is loaded, so first BIOS will come, it will call the MBR, MBR will load my bootloader will load my kernel, then kernel will start a program called systemd. So systemd is the first program that will start first process which will have the PID one whenever your uh, server will start. So I will show you one more diagram I have with me that will give you more clear picture. So power on self-test is done as part of BIOS. Then it will find a boot device. Boot device is our MBR that is present in our bootable CD or our hard disk. Then boot device will load the grub2. Then grub2 will load the kernel and it will use a init RMS file content it will extract. Then init RMS file is a RAM file which knows which help in connecting with the RAID or SCSI where my root file system is located. Then root FS is mounted here. Then systemd is the first program. In RHEL6 it was it was used to be initd. Now it is systemd. So systemd will come in the picture. Then systemd will perform the operation like mount, starting services, login, logging. This all the process will be done. So this is the complete sequence how your RHEL 7 will boot. So I hope things are clear to you what is BIOS MBR grub2. So this is the sequence, or you can also take help of this diagram. In my next video I will discuss about the systemd, what systemd do and what utilities systemd provide to us and how it is better than earlier initd program. So thank you for watching. If you like my video, please subscribe.